we just want to talk about your experiences during the flooding. So can you tell me a little bit about what you experienced during Harvey?
Well, I didn't have no impact. My lights was on. I'm looking at the news, and a lot of the stuff that I was seeing, I thought it was out of Houston. And then my granddaughter called me and told me that water was coming into my mom's apartment. So I said, well, get the mop it up. She said, Granny, it's not like that. So that's when I found out it was here in Port Arthur that the flooding was so bad. And my mom called me and told me that they didn't know what to do. And my daughter, she had a truck, so I thought, well, maybe she could drive out. And she said, no, I can't. Water was that high. So they were in their apartment for a couple of days before they started getting some assistance. The National Guard, I forgot what organization it was, that came in a boat and got them out. And they ended up at my apartment. So it was my mom, my oldest daughter, my granddaughter, my uncle, who was a vet. He had an amputee. We had to get him out. So they all ended up at my apartment. So that was a blessing that I didn't get any damage.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And my other daughter, she lived upstairs at the apartments in Groves.
Okay.
So she didn't get any damage, no more than just to her car. But
Right.
she was upstairs, so she was good.
Okay. Wow.
But my mom, she lost everything. She tried different organizations that said that they would do this and do that, and she never got any help. She ended up going into debt, having to buy new furniture. She's still like minus clothes that she lost.
Right.
So.
Mine was a lot different because when I came to Port Arthur, I came out the penitentiary. But while I was in the penitentiary, I got my theology license, and I came to Port Arthur with nothing but the clothes on my back. And I was able to get me a place to stay and started learning how to live again.
Right.
And then when the flood came, it took everything. Being born and raised in California, I'm used to earthquakes.
Right.
And this was devastating because I didn't know what to do. The helicopter came. I told them, no, I'm cool, because I didn't really see it because it was like 2.5 feet high. 2 trucks came. I told them, no, I'm good. Helicopter came back. I said, I'm good. The boat came. I told him I'm still good. And my boss called me. He said, you ain't got out yet? And I said, no, I'm good. So the next day he says, you ain't out yet? I said, no. He says, I'm coming to get you. I got my boat in the water. I've been rescuing. I'm coming to get you now. And he came and got me. And when I got in the boat, he says, what are you looking at? I said, I feel like I just got out the penitentiary. Nothing. Everything is gone. But God is good, okay? God is good. I'm great. And when we 6:35 in Walmart. When we got to Walmart, he said, I got to go help some other people. I got to go somewhere else. And he gave me about $300. And I said, okay, I'll be good from here. And I hitchhiked to Dallas.
Wow.
Because I got 2 sisters in Dallas. When I got to Dallas, they met me and came, and I stayed with them for about a week. And I said, I got to go back, And then they said, just wait, let's wait. So as soon as I found out that the water has retreated, right, they rented me a car, and I drove back. Turned that in, and my boss picked me up again, and just giving me work. And I saved my money up again. I rented an apartment, but it was no apartments around here, so I had to go to Beaumont. When I got to go to Beaumont, I rented an apartment, and it was crazy because I stayed in there like about a month and a half, and all of a sudden, mold started coming up.
Wow.
So what they did was change the carpet, put tile in, paint it. And they didn't want to compensate me or nothing, so here I am again. Back homeless. I said, I can't stay here. And you're going to break the lease. I said, you should let me out of the lease because they was, you know, and I was showing them. So the lady said, you know what, go ahead. So I came back to Port Arthur, and I found an upstairs apartment. And I got that, and started saving my money up again. Just going to work every day, saving my money up. I lost my car, all my clothes, everything in the house, except for my motorcycle. And the only reason I saved that because it took me a year and a half to buy that bike, and I threw some ropes over the 2x4 and pulled the bike up and tied it off. You know, but I still couldn't ride it because of the roads and stuff. And I have never been in. I didn't get no help from FENA. I didn't get no help from nobody. You know, and I do pay taxes. I do vote. You know, but they was looking at my record. I said, don't judge me from my past. Look where I'm going now. You know, I'm not in trouble. I'm doing positive. I'm mentoring young men and teenagers, which I still do. You know, and no, I didn't get no help from nobody.
And I'm gonna tell you, one person that did help me was the Tom Joyner Morning Show.
Really?
Yes, they sent me $1,000 gift card to Walmart, and that helped me to buy toiletry and food to feed everybody in the house. That was a blessing. That's the only help I got.
That's really good. Well, those are some really powerful stories. I'm sorry, you guys. So, to get back to a couple of the questions I have, what do you guys think can be done to stop flooding, or to at least make it less seriously impactful for people? Do you have any ideas on that? Any thoughts?
I've been here in Florida for a long time. This is my first time ever seeing that before. So I didn't know if it had something to do with the drainage district. I didn't have no idea, you know. Somebody said, well, too much rain was coming for the pumps to pump it off.
Right.
So I don't quite understand how it got like that.
Right.
But whatever caused it, they need to fix it. Because we don't need to go through that again.
That's right.
I've seen flooding on TV all over the world, but I never experienced it. If you ask me about earthquakes, I experienced it. Just the earthquake just happened in California. That last one was in 80-something, 85, 86 in the World Series. I experienced that, you know, but this flood, it's no joke. You know, it really was no joke, because where we live, we talking snakes, we talking alligators. You don't know what's in the water, you know, because my boss said, I told him, don't worry about it, I'm gonna walk out of here. But I didn't know how it looked. And he says, no, I'm coming to get you. I thank God for him and Real Cajun and my Real Cajun family, you know, because they did reach out and help me. They said, if you need anything, call me, I got you. And he's always have. And I still am employed with him today.
Okay.
That's really good. Can I ask one last question real quick? What would you like your local, state, and federal government to know? What do you feel that they need to know? What do you want them to do?
I think they need to not just look at the big cities that get damaged, but they need to also check on the little places. Because I think Port Arthur was just forgotten about. Everything was like, send money to Houston. Well, we got people right here too that needed the help, just like the people in Houston did. So that kind of aggravated me, you know, because I said, well, all this money is being raised, but where is it going? You know, so I figured, oh, well, it's on it to Houston, you know, so.
Yeah, I believe that too, because also I know for a fact a lot of the churches and local churches and some of the big churches, they did a lot. You know, they gave money, gift cards, they gave clothes, they gave water, they gave, you know.
We just forgotten. I just feel like we forgotten about it.
Thank you guys so much for your story. I want to give you both a pin and say thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That matches my
Thank you
outfit.
very much.
Thank you guys so much. And want you guys to know this was Karen and Greg. And they flood and they vote.
Yes, very much so.
Thank you guys.
So I'm hoping this new mayor we got